Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. I know I am. What's new with me? I completed GTA 4 for the first time ever. Like the main story, for the first time ever. How many years later? Yes, I know I'm late. Speaking of being late, Adam Conover decided to upload his alleged opinions on Microsoft acquiring Activision. And let's just say his research is really stupid, because obviously he's not a gamer. You know, it's so funny when all these comedians and all these celebrities try and put their 2 cents in, and you can just tell that none of them actually play games or have any love for games. So let's get straight into roasting this fucking idiot. And for off-the-record purposes, I never use TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I think TikTok is stupid. But hey, I might start watching it closely if idiots like uploading videos on there, because then it gives me more content to roast. Well, hey.
So I've been thinking a lot about how Microsoft just bought Activision, one of the world's largest video game publishers, and I think that news is a lot more frightening than most people realize.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. The comedian now knows what is frightening for companies, because apparently this guy has a business degree. Now, I haven't done a search on his wiki or anything, so I don't know what his education level is like. But I'm going to take a good strong bet to know that this guy has not got a major in any kind of business or economic studies.
Like, I see people worrying, oh, what if they make Call of Duty an Xbox exclusive? But that's not the issue. The issue is that Microsoft can use Activision to undercut the rest of the entire video game industry.
I mean, undercutting the competition? Well, yeah, no shit. They're not exactly going to charge more or the same price. It's called competition for a reason, because they want to get people over to their platform. Duh. I mean, come on. Look when the PS3 fucking released, and that was like $200 more than the 360. It was an easy win for them, seriously. But anyhow, keep going, Mr. I know everything about video games.
And build a monopoly.
You've been spending too much time on Twitter, my friend. This is what happens when you spend too much time on Twitter. This is why I never use Twitter, because then you start thinking it's the greatest place to educate yourself. And if you do think Twitter is a great place to educate yourself, you're a fucking idiot. This is clearly going off of what people have been saying on Twitter about Microsoft being a monopoly. It isn't a monopoly, because they don't own a significant enough stake in the gaming industry to be a monopoly. Do you guys even know what a monopoly is? A monopoly is when you own like 30% of a market or 50% of a market. 30 to 50% of a market. I'm just doing this from the top of my head now. And Microsoft do not own 30 to 50% of the gaming market. So they are not a monopoly.
See, most publishers sell their games for $60 or $70, which they have to do because the games cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make and years of effort.
No, they don't have to sell their games for $70 to make a profit, because Game Pass has basically proven the point that that is completely untrue. And as far as selling it for $70 goes, they're only doing it because they're being greedy. This is corporation greed. And maybe a little bit to do with inflation.
But Microsoft has recently disrupted that strategy by introducing a service called Game Pass, where you can get hundreds of games for just $9.99 a month. And now they're buying up game publishers so they can put their games on the service.
Yeah, and this is like the most pro-consumer thing ever. Game Pass is literally the best thing ever. Alright? You're not going to spend $70 a month, because games drop every fucking month. Every month, every 2 months they drop. Are you going to spend 70 every month? Would you rather just subscribe to Game Pass and get, I would say, a majority of those games on Game Pass for $9.99 a month? It's incredible value. So I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Let me guess. The only problem you guys have is the fact that Sony isn't doing that. The problem you guys have is, oh, Sony didn't think of this, so it's bad. Sony good, Microsoft bad. It's stupid. It really is stupid. It just shows the clear fanboyism. Alright, people complain about Xbox. Alright. Xbox are an endangered species, alright? We got wiped out during Order 66, alright? Finding a fucking Xbox in this day and age, in 2022, is about as rare as finding a Jedi after the Purge.
Microsoft has bought so many game studios that they now own Doom, Wolfenstein, Quake, Halo, Call of Duty, Elder Scrolls Fallout, Diablo, Hearthstone, Overwatch, StarCraft, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, Psychonauts, Guitar Hero, Dishonored, Minecraft, Gears of War, Tony Hawk, and Zork. Remember Zork?
That's pretty hilarious because the main fucking problem with the Xbox has always been for years, according to Sony fanboys, is that Xbox has no games, and then you've literally just named us every single publisher that we actually own, or that Xbox actually own now. And it's hilarious because, like I said, if this was Sony doing all this, you guys would have no problems. You guys would be like, oh, Xbox has no games, fuck you, fuck Phil Spencer. And now, because the table has turned, you guys don't like it, and now it's destroying the industry.
It doesn't matter if Call of Duty is also available on PlayStation. If you can get it for $9.99 instead of $70 and get hundreds of other games too, that's what you're gonna do. The deal is just too good to pass up.
The deal is too good to pass up. So why the fuck are you complaining for, you dumb fuck?
Now I can hear what you're gonna say next. You're saying Sony and Nintendo just need to make their own Game Pass competitors and make their own games, $9.99 a month.
Yeah, but both Sony and Nintendo have their alternatives to Game Pass with PlayStation Now, and then they're converting that into something called Spartacus, which again probably won't be as good as Game Pass because of the day in releases. I don't think Sony are ever going to do that. And then you've got what Nintendo's doing on the other hand, where they've put the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo, and the Nintendo 64 on like an emulator type thing. Yeah, the bugs are still there and they've got to work it out, but they'll get there eventually. And they can add to that, you know, they could put the Game Boy on there, they could put the DS on there, they could put the 3DS on there. Hell, maybe a GameCube, maybe if they wanted to push it, it'd be great. But, I don't know, it depends. It's all about competition. Competition isn't about copying, replicating success. It's about replicating success and putting your own spin on it to make it more unique. You need a USP. Therefore, Sony's USP would be to build a Game Pass with their exclusives. Nintendo's, same, exclusives. But yeah, I want to see what point you're getting at. Like, you're going on about, I don't know, Sony couldn't afford it, which they can't afford as good as one. Nintendo definitely can't because Sony is making more money than Nintendo. I'd say maybe nowadays they're making about the same because the Switch has just basically destroyed all sales records.
Nintendo makes video games and playing cards. Sony makes video games and headphones.
You serious?
Is this guy an idiot? Sony only makes video games and headphones. They make TVs, they make speakers. Hell, they've got their own fucking Sony pictures. The fucking sole reason that they have Spider-Man exclusively is because Sony Pictures owns the rights for Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home? Yeah, that was a fucking MCU movie, but it wasn't a Disney MCU movie. It was Sony Pictures in association with Marvel Studios. This guy needs to do his fucking research. How do you not know that Sony makes more than video games and headphones? Dude, they were making TVs way before they were making PlayStations. They were making speakers, Walkmans, iPods way before the PlayStation come out.
Microsoft makes video games, the operating system that every computer in the world runs on, and the web services that every website in the world run on. They are one of the biggest companies in the world, and that means that they can use their massive cash reserves to subsidize their video game service forever.
Yeah, and if Sony was doing this exact same thing, would you keep that same energy?
It's the Amazon strategy. They can take a loss on every single video game they sell through Game Pass forever until they have wiped out the competition, and Sony and Nintendo cannot do shit about it.
Yeah, I'm going to call bullshit on that because if you recall back in 2015, Xbox was actually going to be discontinued by Microsoft because it wasn't racking in any money, and it wasn't until Phil Spencer literally saved Xbox that they were able to flourish and become great again.
Like Sony can't afford to make the new God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn game just $10. They need those games to be $70 for them to make a profit that year.
Yeah, I'm still calling bullshit on that. I do not think that they need to be $70 for them to make a profit to break even. Don't get me wrong, I don't think they could stick it on Game Pass day one, or Spartacus day one shall I say, and make profit. Don't think that would work at all. But, you know, still doesn't have to be that much money. Prices of video games is too high, hence why Game Pass is great.
whereas Microsoft is able to lose money indefinitely. So indefinitely that they can sell the damn console and Game Pass for just $25 a month.
And why are you going on like this is a bad thing for? It's a great thing if you're a gamer. Less money for me. It's like you're complaining that it's not expensive. I don't get your logic, my friend. You sound like a fucking idiot.
Now that's an amazing deal, but it's one of those deals that we might later say, ooh, that deal was a little bit too good to be true, because it could mean that Microsoft wipes out all the competition in the video game space and then is able to jack the prices up on us and also make games that are a lot worse.
Yeah, but there's one slight problem with your theory. Gaming isn't dying anytime soon, at least. I mean, Sony's not going to die anytime soon. They've got a great thing going with their games from Insomniac, with Spider-Man or Wolverine coming out, and apparently there's going to be a Fantastic Four game coming out. You know, they've got God of War, they've got Ratchet and Clank, which people apparently like. They've got a few games. They've got a lot of good games. They've got timed exclusive on Knights of the Old Republic, which I'm getting it on PC, but yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that. But they're not going to die. And then you've got Nintendo. Nintendo has been killing it with the Switch, okay? Mario Kart is still in the top 5 selling video games in the UK, along with Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, the Switch is just such a family console. It's appealing to everyone. The Xbox and the PlayStation aren't really appealing to everyone. They're only appealing to teenagers and adults and people who actually play games, where with the Wii, the Switch has the same kind of appeal as the Wii did, which is anyone can fucking have one. Anyone can pick it up and play it. So, again, like I said, I don't think it's going to kill competition. If anything, it's going to drive competition to try harder. You know, people are going to start coming up with new ideas. I do not think Microsoft is going to obliterate the gaming industry like you're suggesting.
And let's not forget that all this consolidation naturally is going to lead to layoffs and worse conditions for workers. Microsoft isn't trying to be the Netflix of games, they're trying to be the Amazon of games. They want to use their massive cash advantage to undercut and dominate the entire game industry. That is bad for video game makers and video game players, and as someone who loves video games, I'm...
Look at this guy with his fucking tinfoil hat. I think he's been watching too many fucking conspiracy videos. Seriously. Fucking Microsoft's gonna be the Amazon of gaming. They're gonna destroy the gaming industry. Fucking hell. You may as well do a fucking collaboration with fucking Malcolm from when he was saying the other day about Phil Spencer being a fucking N-word. It's just stupid. This is all stupid. You clearly don't like video games. You don't look like you play video games. You look like a fucking beta cuck who probably just goes off of fucking internet trends. You look like you're the type of guy that just uploaded this TikTok. Mate, you're on TikTok. That's all I'm going to say. You're on fucking TikTok, my friend. You're just saying a bunch of shit because you want to get validation from all your fucking fans. You want to look good in the public eye. You want to look progressive and PC, politically correct, whatever the fuck. Guess what, man? Just stay away from fucking video games, honestly. You want to be politically correct? Go and fucking watch a movie and praise fucking Ghostbusters 2016 or something out of nothing to do with the fucking video game industry, because you don't know shit. You're not a gamer. You're definitely not a gamer. I know that for a fact. You're just an idiot looking for clicks.